Okay, I probably won't make it to the book sale for several reasons. Well, I got to pay to park down there. I can't lock up my pickup, and I've got stealable stuff on it. And I don't want to take the time to sort out. I've already got a ton of books that I've never read, and I'll see them at Goodwill. Like the title, take them home, thumb through a few pages, and decide I don't like it. I remember one that I got to get this book sale. This is probably about 10, 15 years ago. I got this book. It said psychic self-defense. Some form of psychic self. I don't remember what the method was in there, but this book, it's about a couple hundred pages. I only gave them about maybe 50 cents or $1 for this stupid book, but it went on for about 180 pages. The book was written back in the 1960s somewhere. Went on for about 180 pages. How vulgar a particular play that was put on in New York. I sound like it's probably only a handful of people that even remember this play. Probably today it'd be pretty tame, but think the morals of the 60s. Because you remember, I was a kid in the 60s. I remember the 60s, kind of. But this book groaned on for about 180 pages how awful this play was, how vulgar it was. I don't know, it was stuff like that. 180 pages, the last 3 or 4 pages of the book was on this method. It was a method that I don't think it was very good, as I remember. I think it was kind of one of those methods. Well, if I'm going to come up with a psychic self-defense, I could do better, But I said, I'm glad I only paid a tiny amount. I wouldn't have wanted to pay the price that it sold for originally back in the 60s. I remember, it was Jan Ross's bookstore. She had a bookstore, I think 3 or 4, New Age bookstores. But there was it was supposed to happen on May 5th, 2000. This is written back in mid-90s. You gotta remember, there's a bunch of stuff that's supposed to happen. Half the United States was supposed to be flooded. Global warming was supposed to have global warming and earthquakes. And I've been hearing that California's going to break off from the ocean into the Colorado River since I was a kid. But there's these maps that said by 1997, half the United States, only the high peaks of the Rockies and the Appalachians will be above water. Everything else will be submerged underwater. You need to buy a piece of land on top of in the Smokies or the Rockies or somewhere. There's all kind of talk like that back in the 90s. I mean, probably not the general public, but a lot of the New Agers were discussing that. But anyway, there was this book. It was said 5/5/2000. Something, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember these books were still on the shelves that Jan Ross after that date had come and gone. Well, 5/5/2000 was my 43rd birthday. That's all I know. That's all I know about it. I turned 43 on that day, as I remember. Came and gone, and there was in 2000 we thought the computers were going to crash. Let me get you different parts of Australia down here. Let's see. I think the Y2K bug on the computers, and then December 21st, ending of the Mayan calendar. We thought. I remember was 7/7/1977. All the big planets going to line up. I think I've covered this a few times. Jupiter and Saturn, all the big gas planets out there, they're going to line up. And a few people thought the gravitational tug from these two giants was going to tear the Earth apart. Now there were people that actually believed that. 7/7/77 was that date. Anyway, we're all here 40, 50 years later, whatever it is. Okay. Love you all. Bye-bye.